been a second, but we got to get right into it because we got a lot of little projects. We're going to start out building a little functional graveyard outside our church. Then we're going to do some commercial along this avenue. Then we got to build a tiny micro hospital because we need that. We're going to build a giant industrial building, some big box shopping, and then we're going to work on like a more residential type neighborhood. This is all in an effort to over the next maybe 2 or 3 episodes to fold everything together, but we gotta start with this graveyard, man, because our death care, like up until this point, has just been being handled by little blank assets or block assets. So I thought it would be cool to just incorporate a blank asset into this already pre-existing old-timey white man type church that we built a few episodes back. So I'm gonna take a second to just kind of line this area up. It's kind of on a little hill, so it's not really built for what we trying to do, but since it's just a blank asset and it doesn't cover nothing but like, I don't know, 1 or 2 units or something, we can get away with it right here. But I definitely want to make the outside of it kind of look like, you know, it matches the old world money look that this, you know, this church kind of has. Like, and everybody ain't buried here, man. You know, it's got to be you built the hospital in the city that we about to build, by the way, and that dude's probably buried up in here somewhere. But you see, we lay down our little blank 1 unit. It's only got a few hearses on it, but that's all we need, man. We ain't people ain't just dropping dead out here in this city. I haven't really seen a bunch of icons or death waves and nothing like that, so I think we good. I see 1 or 2 here and there. Mostly what I see is just them hearses parked all over the place, so it's getting handled as of right now. We gonna put a little custom gate. I found this gate pack on the workshop. I had to get it. I got a lot of fences, not a lot of gates. The last thing I want to do is add me an actual old white man statue to match my old white man type graveyard and my old white man type church, man. It is what it is. I'm feeling it though. I think it looks fly. So we're gonna move on though. We got a lot to do. We're gonna move on to our adding some commercial right here to this little blank spot. It's right on the outskirts of Broken Hill going into downtown. Go ahead and add some stairs to this little 1 unit road. And I'm not gonna spend like all the time in the world on any of this because we gotta spend a little bit of time detailing up a residential neighborhood later on. But I definitely want to make this feel like it gets the amount of function that it does for where it is in the city. So we're gonna add a few more props to kind of augment the gas pumps, ice machine. Y'all know I like my eBay machines and my, you know, my little postal machines. I always put those outside of stores. I'm gonna also add this little Canadian bank. We are on some like really heavily disputed Canadian / American / Native American land. So we gonna have to figure that out when we get our lore together. But look at that view right there, man. The views is gonna be crazy today. I'm not even gonna hold you. We're gonna move on to our micro hospital. Now I am gonna add a block inside there for right now. But the first thing I noticed about that was it has entirely too many vehicles. So I'm gonna end up swapping that out for something else later on. Also on the side, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to my guy Cityberg from TikTok, man. He did a video where he built this little like custom underground parking. It's not functional, but it's gonna look like it's so built into the building. So I'm implementing that right here because I didn't really want to waste the space across the street on the parking. I want to do something else with that. We'll get to that, don't worry. But so you'll see me kind of working with some retaining walls and kind of painting the surface. It goes to nowhere, it leads to nothing, but it's gonna definitely look like some built-in parking for the hospital. I do have to do a lot of surface work. Anybody wondering how I do that little drawing in the surface thing? It's the surface pack, but it's the circle tool. The circle one's the only one you can do that on, man. You got to check it out. We're gonna kind of spend a little bit of time making sure we complete the detailing that's right around that, including some vehicles, and then we're gonna jump right across the street from that. This is also right across the street from our Canadian bank. Just gonna sink something down, make us a little water, not water park like it's gonna have water slides on it or nothing. I mean, you know, water park. It's gonna be a little park. It's gonna have some water. It's gonna have a path leading over it. I definitely wanted to have a path kind of leading around that rock y'all see me put right there. And y'all know how the City Skylines AI works. the people are gonna take that path over walking the normal way anyway. I'm glad the game is like that because it allows me to take advantage of little decorative flair like this every once in a while. They don't have to do that. It's actually probably not the shortest way, but the game definitely will send people that way. So we'll get a cool cinematic out of that. It'll pop up a little bit later on. I have to jug this path because this is such a funny spot and it's right alongside the street. So I gotta make sure I put in enough nodes to where I can kind of bend this and make it look organic. I want it to be funny shaped, but not funny shaped, if y'all know what I mean. And then we're gonna throw some lighting on there because there is no lighting on none of my paths in my city. I bobbed everything off.
Pause. For sure. Whoa. Shit.
Holy goddamn.
Jesus Christ.
Throw some stairs in. I'm gonna add a few more of those big rocks, and then we gotta put some foliage on the outside to make this kind of look not completely overgrown, but we want to make it have a more of a serenity vibe. It's representing that serenity. You can get your woosah on right here. Look at this right here, woosah. Just let it go, man. Let it go. All right, so we're gonna move on to our third, fourth project. I don't even know. We're gonna start out adding a couplet. Now, in the last episode, in the Stack City episode, which I super appreciate all the support y'all showed on that. Them numbers went a little bit crazy as far as my numbers is concerned. We across the highway from that. We got a sunken highway in the city. We gonna build some stuff that bridges that together, but right now we gotta worry about our outskirts, man. We don't want to ignore our outskirts. So what you see me building right now is like a one-way couplet system. I didn't want to do an avenue. You can see I kind of deleted that at the beginning, but I don't want a regular avenue going down there because it already connects to another avenue, which connects to another avenue, and that's boring. So I'm gonna take a second and just add me a few kind of key details to these two end pieces. It kind of looks like I'm working on the same part, but it's actually three different sections, and we got a little turnaround road. People got to be able to turn around if you're going to have a couplet, man. Now, this middle section, I'm, again, working with my water tools, and I'm having to be careful, but I'm actually at a higher elevation up here than I was by that hospital. So I'm not worried about this flooding at all. That hospital joint be kind of getting a little spicy every once in a while. I'm gonna fix it though. Don't worry about it, man. But that's already looking kind of how I want it. Before we even start laying down the stuff down there, I want to build out the road network for the whole area. Now, the goal is to bridge this side of the highway with the other side of the highway with like a commercial slash little entertainment theater type district. We're gonna get to that, but to get to that, we got to make sure we start with that solid foundation. So I laid out my entire road network. I got to replace some of these lights on these one lane roads because I done took all them off. You see I have the completely unnecessary roundabout, but that'll give us something dope to like detail down the line. I'm gonna turn this frontage road right here against the highway into a parking lot road. It's gonna be more commercial stuff on that side, but that's still a few episodes away. Now, right across the avenue from what we just built, I'm gonna turn basically this whole area. I just gotta let it go, man. It's just industrial, bro. It's so many like garbage trucks, snow plows, and there's two industrial assets that the game has calculated this is the closest way to get the products to. That's that big boy delayed coker asset that y'all be seeing in the cinematics, and then that Eagle and Phoenix joint down by the micro docks, man. They just be having cars coming and going. Anything going in and out of town especially is just tearing this back road up. So over the next few moments, I'm going to be converting this area into just sort of a slush industrial area with purpose though. So I'm going to, you can see me moving my sewage later on down the line. I may be able to expand on this, but it's in a spot where I'm able to do that. I'm also gonna add a big boy industrial asset that I found on the workshop. This asset is called, are y'all ready for this? Penguin City Beer. Is that not perfect for Cold Harbor? Now, I had to use Rico Suave to turn it into a normal industrial asset because the road connection wouldn't work. It's a real factory, but it still takes agricultural goods. So, the lore kind of holds. But I can see like the whole promotional campaign in my head, man. Look, we go get some Rocky Mountains and some beer and some snow and some boobies, some snowy boobies. And a rock song comes in and it's like,
crisp, refreshing, and made right here in the heart of Cold Harbor. It's Penguin City Beer.
Penguin City Beer. Yeah, yeah. It's here to sell 'cause it's made by penguins. Penguin City Beer.
Penguin City Beer. A solid beer for solid people. Please drink responsibly.
Definitely, please drink responsibly. Penguin City Beer, the 40 ounces is only available in the black neighborhoods. But look at this on the side, y'all. Tough times don't last, tough cities do. Boy, that had to be right there. That was really what it was all about. That's why I had to make it into an industrial asset, because I wanted it to face that way. Right here, I wanted to put my snow dump. Again, it was already a bunch of traffic from that coming from this direction. It's just kind of further off in the cut, like down that avenue where it's nothing at. Might as well just go ahead, move it in and integrate it into the city. But we're not just gonna chuck down like a vanilla asset. We're gonna use a blank asset right here, and then we're gonna use this actual functional asset, but we're gonna use the building. I just want that building. We converted that with PO. I'm gonna line this up with some industrial fences, and I'm also gonna kind of go back and double up with some retaining walls that I've kind of stretched out using PO. We basically just turning this into our own little custom snow dump expanded campus. It's gonna have a way bigger footprint. Let's get into our comment of the week. It comes from Bonster 101. They ask, do you use a lot of references? How do I get so many ideas? Basically, I get that question a lot. It's hard for me to answer though, because like I will see stuff in movies sometime, like it might be like something in the background in a movie, something that's not even really that noticeable, and that might give me an idea. Every once in a while I'll be driving past something and I'm like, yo, that's fire. I never thought of putting something together kind of like that. I don't really use Google Earth and stuff like that a lot, just because the stuff that I build is a little disproportionate, so it's hard to find real world references to that. So I just kind of mix stuff I see in media with a little bit of that good old SpongeBob imagination, man. We're using some of our imagination right now on this snow dump, and I'm also going to use this open space. Oh, let me add this little antenna. Nothing goes on in that building, trust me. It does. People just stand around it and smoke. But we are going to turn this little open space into like a little depot, and it's also going to have a custom little gas pump for, the guys that work at this snow dump, man. That way they don't have to go sit up at my Chevron taking up pump space. They can just get refilled right here and go out and get them streets clean, man. Y'all need to get back to work. Stop standing around that antenna thing smoking. I know what's going on back there. I'm finna dock your pay. Also, look, I forgot. Look, we got a Winter City. Ain't nobody got no heat. Look at everybody. Look at everybody lighting up now. Look at everybody feeling good. They got their heat turned on. I can't believe I wasn't looking out for my citizens, yo. They had no heat, man. I'm also going to use this building right here. It's been Rico'd into like an office building with like 2 workers or something, but we're going to use that as the shell for our heating, hot water building. I don't even know what you call that building. That's how new I am to this Snow City situation. That's how blind I have been to the heating situation. I'm not even sure what the building is called, but I know it supplies our citizens with hot water and heating for their homes. So, salute to me for finally looking out for my citizens. I don't know what y'all been doing. Burning firewood, kerosene heaters, burning your mama house down. Stop it. That pretty much ends our little industrial experiment for the day. Let's move on to our big box shopping experience. Now, we're not going to lay down 50-11 buildings or nothing like that. Also, anybody that's been watching me from the beginning will know that Food Line was like the first commercial type building that I ever really laid down when I built my first series, which is Viridian County. You can check it out. Them first episodes is kind of rusty. I was doing my fake Biffa overcharged egg impression.
You're a big fat phony.
But by like the 5th episode, I find my voice. Right now, I'm finding a way to sneak these stairs in on this key wall so people can kind of walk up from the avenue. We'll definitely put a bus stop down there. I'm using PO on one of these buildings so I can kind of sneak it and sink it down. And I'm gonna add a little, I add a little commercial block in later on so we keep the functionality. I'm gonna stick this Starbucks on the side. I think this is the first Starbucks of the city. And on the other side, we're gonna put this Walgreens. I'm not gonna put a sign though. We're gonna make a big sign, like a shopping center sign, and we're gonna put that down so it kind of really, this is the chef's kiss. It's the coupe de Gracie. I'm also gonna put it's a little opportunity to put something in this lot. We could put a custom water tower. It's got our Cold Harbor logo with the anchor logo on it. All praises be to the drowned god, man. They worship the drowned god in Cold Harbor. We're going to throw a little bit of parking behind that. Walgreens. Now, look, I started to put this little Red Lobster right here. Cold Harbor, we got a lot of water, Red Lobster. But, boy, by the day after I put this on here, somebody uploaded the old school Wendy's with the sunroom, cuz. Oh, man, you got to be born in the 1900s like me to remember that sunroom, man. Y'all don't know. Y'all got the fly upscale, Demolition Man looking Wendy's. But I'm from back when they had the old school Wendy's with the salad bar, man. Whole salad just be stacked up. Ain't nothing but pepperonis, deviled eggs, cheese, and ranch. Ain't now lettuce on the plate, man. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all don't know, man. So we're going to go ahead and put our little custom sign, and we got to replace that bottom. We got to put the Wendy's on there. It did say Red Lobster, but we got that right. See, we got to be meticulous. And see, that's why y'all be coming back. That's why y'all be commenting. That's why y'all be liking. That's why y'all be going crazy, because we meticulous with them details. Speaking of details, I'm gonna lay out this whole little frontage road situation. It's gonna be mixed up. It's gonna be some modern condos. We're gonna have some old school stuff, but I've been talking for a while, man. Let's turn on the radio. Let's get into some tunes. I'm gonna be back though.
It's Chill Nation Radio with the world famous DJ Rucko.
All right, y'all, we back right here on Chill Nation. I'm getting a weather report that we got some snow on the way, so y'all stay warm and stay out them streets, man. We got more tunes coming on the way right here, Chill Nation. Let's go.
Let's talk this over. It's not like we're dead. Was it something I did? Was it something you said? Don't leave me hanging in a city so dead. Held up so high on such a breakable thread. You were all the things I thought I knew, and I thought we could be. You were everything that I wanted. We were meant to be, supposed to be, but we lost it. All the memories so close to me just fade away. All this time you were pretending, so much for my happy ending. So much for my happy ending. You've got your dumb friends. I know what they say. They tell you I'm difficult, but so are they. But they don't know me. Do they even know you? All the things you hide from me, all the shit that you do. You were all the things I thought I knew, and I thought we could be. You were everything that I wanted. We were meant to be, supposed to be, but we lost it. All the memories so close to me just fade away.
y'all know it's real when I drop down to that street view, know what I'm talking about? So everything is definitely looking, it's got the vibe of the neighborhood that I wanted, and more than that, it has the vibe of lower residential. We moving away from the big patches of tall row houses and stuff like that, and we're gonna move into something a lot more manageable over, I mean, I'm not even sure when we actually come back to this, because we gotta do something across the highway first, but when we do come back to this, it's gonna be a lot of, you know, more one single family residential joints and stuff like that. A lot of stuff from the University Cities pack. I love that pack, by the way. As far as vanilla stuff, the housing is top tier. So I'm gonna lay out, I kind of fused some of these New England joints together as like these kind of apartment buildings. I did this with like 2 or 3 buildings, and my reasoning behind that is this neighborhood that's right here tucked in behind this avenue right here across from this food line, I wanted to incorporate some more modern looking stuff, and it's kind of started with me using those big blocky joints, which are a little bit more historical. Now you'll see me switch to these right here, which still have that sort of vinyl siding look, which was what took me kind of so long in doing this neighborhood, because every apartment either looked really old or really new. These kind of looked in the middle. They have that vinyl siding feel, but they definitely got a contemporary build. So my little cheat code for this was I was gonna build one of them out as far as like the parking lot layout, and that way the whole thing has this, you know, congruent structure. Oh yeah, that was some word usage on your head top right there.
Shut your stupid ass up.
So we're gonna delete this stuff we don't need, line this with a few curbs. Now we'll go back and add a few custom things here and there, but this is just my kind of general vibe for these few units that I lay out like that. Now it's not gonna be a giant, huge, sprawling complex with park lots all weaved in it all. We'll get to that down the line, trust me. I got plans for this series, yo. That's why I try to stay a lot of episodes ahead, just in case anything happens to the workshop or something, man. They delete all the roads or something. I be waking up having dreams about that. Oh, they deleted all the roads, my game won't start. I be trying to stay ahead. Now, as far as staying ahead on this detailing, it was certain parts that I couldn't jug, and you can see me kind of using some grass surfaces right there to kind of line this one area. I ain't gonna lie, this little area vexed me. I tried to use my normal, just pavement building, it wasn't working. Now right here tucked in against the highway exit, and y'all can see my shopping center, y'all can see my Bed Bath and Beyond back there in the background. I felt like this was a perfect place for a little park. We do got an apartment complex. It was too small for me to actually put, you know, some play activity for the kids stuff really in it, because we're gonna use that back area for something else. Pause. But right here I felt like was a perfect place. We put just down a little vanilla snowman park, but we're gonna kind of augment it and add a few things. I'm also gonna add like a little shelter bit to it. It's like a, you know, little church shelter where they be having the second Sunday cookout where you can get them hot dogs, them food line hot dogs. Now right here in the back of the apartment complex area, I wanted to make a sort of little communal gazebo slash, now y'all gonna see me put a swimming pool down. I don't think it ever gets warm enough for anybody to use this swimming pool, but it's got a tarp over it. That's why I wanted to use it, because I'm like, oh, I looked at it on the workshop, I'm like, yo, it's got a thing over it. That's just perfect, man. So yeah, it probably only gets use one day out the year when it gets 72 degrees once. Other than that, they tarp it up, but we definitely still gonna take our time and we gonna treat it like it gets a lot of use. So you can see me laying that down now. Like I said, the little tarp, man, that's just, oh man, that asset creator, you was on your mission that day, bro. We're gonna lay down a few of these tables. I'm also gonna use one of these vanilla assets. It's like a little kind of kiosk. Maybe they got juices or something out there, and it's only for the people in the apartment complex. On the outskirts of this neighborhood and kind of the end of this little neighborhood. Now, I was on a mission to not get lazy as far as I wanted it to have a dead stop. So you'll see me actually finish on a clean street. It won't just kind of fade away. I put some of those little, I think they're called Lawrence Street apartments. I think I got that. I've used them so much, there's no way I shouldn't know the name of those. And I'm also using that little Scooters drive-through coffee thing right there. We're gonna throw some trash props in the back just to kind of make that complete. I felt like that really kind of fit, and it bridges the area and it breaks up the monotony of the residential. on the other side of that street, and this is kind of our last little mission, I didn't want to get away from our necessaries. So this is an elementary school asset. I took a little bit of time to kind of make a little play area, and we're gonna detail up the front of this. Anybody that's watched me definitely knows I take education very seriously, and you can tell that by how good I be talking. I'm talking about. So that brings this episode to a close. I appreciate y'all. I said it in my City Skylines 2 series. I kind of got myself into a little bit of trouble because now I'm having to do 2 series. I'm gonna try to keep up, man, but in the meantime, y'all keep doing what y'all doing because y'all super helping me out, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Y'all already know, man. I don't never ask people to hit the notification bell. I ain't that thirsty. You'll see it when you see it. But all that other stuff, man, I super appreciate y'all for that, man. Come back for the next episode. We're gonna kind of fold all this, what we built, onto each other. It's gonna all make sense. We gotta prepare us the table before me in the presence of mine subscribers. That's in the Bible somewhere. Don't quote me, but I'll see y'all next time. I'm Kool-Aid. This is Cold Harbor.